With us here, Mr. Steve Noto from the Historic Park Inn Hotel. He is works for Stony Creek Inn and is, quite frankly, the steward of this newly renovated hotel in town. And we'd like to very much welcome you here, and we're going to have a presentation.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Trowett, and council members for inviting us to give you an update. Wanted to let you know what's been happening the last 12 months at the Historic Park Inn. August 8th was actually our one-year anniversary of opening the doors. A lot of people think it was September, the night of our grand opening party, which was actually the 101st anniversary of the opening of the building. But August 8th marked 12 months in business for us. I wanted to take just a brief minute to try and reemphasize who is WOTP and who is HPI, because there's still some confusion in the community as to who does what. WOTP is an organization called Right on the Park, and they are a nonprofit organization. They actually own the building. They facilitated the fundraising, the renovation, restoration of the entire building, and they're responsible for the maintenance of the building. And their mission is to preserve, maintain, and educate the public about the Historic Park Inn Hotel designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. HPI is a company that I started and own, and HPI stands for Historic Park Inn, and is a privately held company, but it is a for-profit company. We own the business operation, not the building. We lease the hotel, the Historic Park Inn Hotel, from Right on the Park, and then we run all of the day-to-day operations of the hotel, the conference center, the lounge downstairs, and now the 1910 Grill restaurant. So I wanted to give you an update on the HPI side of things and what's transpired in the last 12 months. We have had a tremendous amount of support, really worldwide, television, radio, and print publications. Just to give you some of the highlights, CBS Morning Show, NBC Nightly News, the BBC Network picked up some interviews, and CNN Travel and Leisure had us on air several times as we were opening. Iowa Public Radio, Minnesota Public Radio have done extensive interviews with us, and of course KIMT as well. Some of the notable publications that we've been written up in over the last 12 months: Boston Globe, Chicago Tribune, Des Moines Register, Miami Herald, Midwest Living Magazine is pretty popular, New York Times, of course the Star Tribune, Travel and Leisure, USA Today, and World Architect News. In total, over 200 publications or media outlets worldwide have broadcast or published stories about the Historic Park Inn Hotel since we opened. We're pretty proud of that. Some of the more notable print publications: the National Press is the newspaper in Abu Dhabi, and they actually did a story about the top 10 hotels of the 20th century, I should say worldwide, and ranked the Historic Park Inn as number 4. Casa Brutus is Japan's top travel magazine. That came out, I believe, in April or May, and they did the top 100 hotels in the world and ranked the Historic Park Inn as number 35. Preservation Magazine did an extensive feature article about the renovation and restoration of the property, and Iowa Magazine is doing a feature article that will come out this October. Just finished a few things with them this week. Celebrities. We've had several celebrities come through the doors. Some have stayed overnight, some just were in town and wanted to see what was going on. Tim Conway stayed with us. Nyack was actually the site of his last public performance. He's now officially retired. So he stayed with us on his last trip. We're kind of proud of that. Richard Marks and Leanne Rhymes went through the doors. The Jersey Boys were performing at Nyack and ended up bringing, I think, half the auditorium to the bar after their performance, and commandeered the wine room and had a good time. And Buck Cherry stayed with us. I don't even know who they are, but the young kids know. It's some rock and roll. We have had overnight guests from virtually every state. We are missing one. 49 states in 12 months. The last remaining one, West Virginia. We do, however, have a guest registered to arrive in early September. I told them if they cancel, they're in big trouble. We'll come looking for them. So hopefully we can get that knocked off before the 10th. They're actually, I think they're scheduled to arrive the 8th, so it'll be ahead of our 102nd anniversary. Overnight guests from 39 countries, and I won't go through all of them there. I did put them on a map here just so you can kind of see. It's kind of fun to see how widespread they are as far as Australia, New Zealand, all over the place, Iceland, South America, a lot of Europe, and I put Hawaii and Alaska on there just for distance. So pretty good coverage worldwide. TripAdvisor. If you're not familiar with TripAdvisor, it's a customer response or feedback. You can go online and rank your stay. There's 658 hotels ranked in Iowa. HPI is rated the #1 hotel in the state of Iowa on TripAdvisor. I'm pretty proud of that, with a guest satisfaction rating of over 96%. And we received a certificate of excellence for 2012. Only 5% of the hotels in the country received that award. Our restaurant is opened in June. We have a chef from North Iowa. His name is Kurt Nygaard. Internationally inspired cuisine. And we are open Tuesday through Saturday, 5:30 for dinner only. I really have no interest in diluting the lunch crowd at this juncture. We're very thankful for all our local support. We've gotten a lot of support from Mercy, Wood Harbor, Vicor, Curtis, Grand, Craft, and Nyack over the past 12 months. And we really couldn't do it without that local business support. Tours, we do tours, regular scheduled tours 3 days a week, 4 during the summer. Those are run by Right on the Park. And we're averaging around 400 people a month through the doors. Those are not necessarily overnight guests, those are additional people coming into the community and watching the clock. Have we had a positive impact on the community? I think so. We have 37 staff members in management, housekeeping, conference, restaurant, kitchen. 16 are full-time, 21 part-time. Iowa Welcome Center statistics from the 2012 survey say that people who are visiting spend between $89 and $159 or $57 per person per day when they're traveling. HPI has welcomed over 10,000 overnight guests in the first 12 months of operation. So if let's pick a middle number, let's use $100 a day. That's $1 million of revenue for Mason City, and it's something we can all be very proud of. The hotel itself, occupancy and ADR, I'm about 4 months ahead of where I wanted to be. Conference business is 3 months ahead of where I wanted to be, and we will be operating in the black before the end of 2012. How'd I do?
You did good.
4 seconds.
That's spectacular.
It is a private business, so I really don't want to disclose detailed financials,
Sure.
but I'm open to
Take some questions? Sure. First of all, very nice presentation. Congratulations. It's been a spectacular effort on many, many, many fronts. So. Council, do you have any questions or comments for Mr. Noto? Mr. Trumquist?
You know, we dreamed really big a few years ago, and this is significantly bigger than I think any dream we ever had. And I'm overwhelmed. Thanks to all the people that made that project happen, and thanks for you for taking a business risk to make the hotel happen, and this is just incredible. Thanks.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Mr. Keenan?
I'd just throw another compliment out there. I mean, when you talk about your slide about the dollars that everyone, the average spent, 10,000 guests, when you talk about local option sales tax and hotel motel tax, this is something that's benefiting everyone in Mason City. And just a huge thank you to you and you for what you're doing. It's a great job.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Keenan, anybody else? All right, well, thank you very much
Thank you for your time.
for coming in tonight. Congratulations and happy birthday.